All right, so we're here with driver Mark Granite of the Miss Geico. Thanks for the tour of the boat, man.
No problem.
What a piece of machinery.
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever get scared riding this thing, or?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're not scared, you don't
wrong.
last, you don't last very long in this sport, I'll tell you.
But what's the size of this joker?
It's a 51-foot boat. It's got about a 12-foot beam on it, about 4,000 horsepower.
Wow.
She's good for 200 plus miles an hour. I can't give you an exact
right,
number,
sure.
but...
well, once it gets up that high, isn't it like moving around a little bit?
Yeah, I would say about 100 to 200 in 12 to 14 seconds.
Now, does anybody else touch you guys as far as these heats go? Are there any boats that can compete with the Miss Geico?
Well, the Miss Geico, the running of these big extreme boats is kind of like the heavyweight champion of the world. You know, you may come to an event and no one's coming out to push you, but the next event, there are 2-3 guys that have been working on the boat, on their boats, coming out to take the crown away.
Gotcha.
So when they beat you, they take your crown instantly.
Gotcha.
So it really is one of those things. This weekend is a big shakedown for us. We did a full tear down of the boat, as I showed you.
Yeah.
And we put a lot of new stuff, a lot of new safety systems. So we'll be shaking down the boat.
Gotcha. This is the first race of the series?
It is. It's the first race of the OPA Geico series, and we're looking to a fantastic year. And
awesome.
We'll be traveling around the country, and we'll be doing various air shows and boat shows. So you should be able to see us everywhere.
Yeah, I know one of them, actually the Caveman boat is going to be in Ocean City for the air show, I think next weekend.
Yeah,
but we should have this on YouTube, our YouTube channel by then. So where would people want to come see if they're going to want to see the Miss Caveman boat?
Well, you'll see the Caveman. The Caveman will be running up and down the coast.
Oh, okay,
and,
great.
So you'll kind of see it moving around. The planes are going to be using the Caveman as a marker on the water.
Gotcha.
So you'll see them coming down. Might be fun to be out there.
Yeah, it probably will be fun. Now here's another question for you. The course is 5 miles long, correct?
That's correct.
Do you prefer a direction as far as the sea? Because the sea conditions today are getting a little bit rough. Now, do you prefer a sea condition as far as side to or into or down sea?
Well, the thing about running an offshore boat, it's real similar to fishing. You can't choose the day you got.
That's right.
All right, so you have to make your decision about how you set up, what teasers you're running, what spread you're going to run. By the way, you know, the
You're
day
a fisherman.
gives you. I am a fisherman.
I can tell by the way you're talking.
So the same thing is with an offshore boat. You know, we have to make a decision depending on the sea conditions, between the tide, the wind, all those things come into play. We can't choose what's going to happen. And in offshore racing, you know, the race day comes, and if it's blowing and it's, you know, the 5 to 8s out there, that's what you got. You got to work with it. You know, if there's a tournament coming up and you know, the money's on the table, you know, if you don't know
you
how
gotta
to
play.
Right, if you don't know how to rig your, you know, set your spread to catch fish that day, you're not going home with the trophy.
Well, if you're not racing, what are you doing?
I'm fishing. I gotta tell you, I've been thinking about it. I've been literally on my phone all morning looking at the weather back home in Florida, off of West Palm Beach. It is flat and glassy, and I'm thinking, oh God, I got all that new setup that I want to run.
We didn't know if we'd be able to make the connection because we also do Hooked on OC, the fishing television show here in Ocean City, and I'm glad I had somebody like you to talk to because
let me tell you,
I want to go fishing right now also. I mean, the boats and everything is really cool, but I'm a fisherman that might be racing in my spare time. So.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a tournament today, okay, because where we were doing our registration is down at the Game Fish Club. And everybody was getting ready this morning and they were getting their packages to go out fishing. And I'm looking down at this early this morning, and people on the docks getting all their rigs set up. And I'm like, I wonder if they're going to notice if I don't show up.
Sometimes technology sucks, doesn't it?
It does. Well, I'll tell you what, on a fishing side and performance side, one of the things that is parallel is getting out to the fish and setting up your boat to go fast to get out to the fish. Remember, if you're the first one on site and you get the right stuff down, you're going to catch the fish before everybody else knows he's out there.
Same thing with your racing.
It is, and one of the things that so many fishermen overlook is setting up their boats to get out and catch fish. And they load in, and you know what, I watch it all the time on center consoles. I see them show up, and they put their coolers down, and everybody stands in the front of the boat, and they're all doing this. They don't realize that where the weight is based on the boat is where the miles per hour is going to come. They spend a little time balancing the boat out, and maybe take some coolers with ice in it and put their friends in it and go out on the water and test where they can get speed from. They might pick 2-3 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour up, bringing the coolers to the back of the boat.
Well, I fish a pontoon boat a lot. I hope you don't feel like you're still talking to me about that. Fish a pontoon boat a lot. When the weight's in the front, the bow's heavy, folks, come on back. So it's got to be the same with you guys.
It is, and that's it. If you set up your boat to get out, and you maybe get out 10 minutes before the other guy.
Yeah, make all the difference in the world.
It makes all the difference in the world. It might just put the big fish on your boat that wins the day.
Well, hey, listen, thanks very much for talking to us.
problem.
Thanks for the tour of the boat. We really appreciate that, and nice going in the races this weekend. Well, folks, as you can see, the Ocean City Powerboat races here in Ocean City. Sunset Marina is the place to come. You got to be here. It's usually, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, but it's usually the last week in May, first week in June. Just one more reason to visit OC. Thanks a bunch, man.
Okay.
Great seeing you. Nice meeting you.
All right.